Alright, everybody, welcome to episode 12 of Game Chat with Bwana. This is March 14th, 2011. March 14th, 2011. Today is March 14th, 2011. It's Monday. It's about 8:30. I started way late. I had a really late day in the chat room, sat here and watched me get prepared. And basically, I had my game face on, trying to get through the stories, trying to read, trying to make everything all ready and prepared. But we're here, episode 12, Game Chat with Bwana. And what we do at Game Chat with Bwana is that we discuss the past week's news. And that news has to do with games, gaming news, gaming systems. Sometimes we mix in some PC hardware news, anything related to video games, and we talk about it here. And what I do is I talk about 10 to 13, 14, 15 stories. And it usually lasts about an hour or so. And then towards the end of the show, I give you guys a chance to submit stories. Now, what we do now is that we set up a forum thread for you to go and to submit your stories. And we ask that you submit those stories on the forum. And you need to be signed up for the forum, obviously. And then at the end of the show, I'll go through the forum and we'll go through your submissions in case I miss something. And what we do is that we ask that the stories be at least, not be older than 7 days old. We try to just get the last week's story, and make sure you don't submit a story that I already am going to talk about. That particular forum thread does have all the links. So we're about to get started here in a short jiffy with Game Chat with Bwana, episode 12. So for our first story, we are going to talk about we're going to talk about Transformers, robots in disguise. Transformers, more than meets the eye. I used to love that cartoon. I used to watch this religiously growing up. Religiously. I used to watch Transformers almost every single chance I had. And then they came out with a DVD set of like the first season, second season. I watched it over and over and over and over again because I loved Optimus Prime. I love Starscream. I love Megatron. I love all the big characters. I love the Dinobots. Man, I was a big fan. When Jetfire came out, I was like, oh, an Autobot that can fly. It's going to be awesome. Anyway, Transformers MMO is going to be coming out. And I was like, what? Can I pre-order? It's going to be made by the guys who made RuneScape, and they're going to be putting it together. Hopefully, it'll be coming out in 2012 to North America, Europe, Latin America, Australia, New Zealand. So it's kind of like on the drawing board now. I don't know if it's going to be pay to play. I don't know if it's going to be buy to play. I don't know if it's going to be, cash shops or subscription. I don't know all those details yet. But this is Transformers, man. Transformers. And I am really, really happy that it's going to be taken. Now, RuneScape a lot of people like RuneScape. I never got into it. It's a pretty dated RPG that has been out a long time. MMORPG has been out a long time. A lot of kids grew up on it, and they're like, oh, my first MMO was RuneScape. My first MMO was RuneScape. So, wasn't mine, but I trust that these guys might do something good. I hope they do something good with the IP, because they've worked out a deal with Hasbro. This is not something that, Hasbro gives up lightly. This is not something, this is not an IP that you just throw around. I mean, Michael Bay's been kind of drilling into the ground. I think Transformers 3 is on its way out now. But man, this IP is absolutely outstanding. So Transformers, MMO. So it got me thinking about what kinds of classes and crafting. I mean, obviously, you're going to be farming Energon. You're either going to be part of the Autobots or Decepticons. They may even have a third neutral faction or some other stuff from the lore. There's a lot of stuff in the lore they can use. And got me thinking, can you pick like a auto type or a plane type or a tank? All different customization options. It's just the lore is rich for MMO, so I'm looking forward to this Transformers MMO over at joystick.com, guys. Check it out. They got the details over there. Now let's talk about another game that I'm looking forward to. It's called Brink, and this is going to be a first-person shooter. And what they're going to do, and this is hilarious. I read this, and I was dying laughing. What they're going to do, you may have heard of this before. Killzone 3 has a control scheme called Alternate, which essentially is trying to mimic the Call of Duty control scheme. So I think Brink kind of like that idea. They say, okay, we want to make this game accessible to pretty much everybody who wants to play it. And this is hilarious, guys. Here, check out the preset control schemes, and let's see if you can guess which game that they're mimicking. The first one is called Duty Calls. Is it Hello Kitty Online Adventures? No. Is it Rift? No. Is it Is it Little Big Planet? No. Is it Superman 64? No. Mario Kart? Yeah, Mario Kart. All right. The next one, Green Marine Chief. Green Marine Chief. Green. It might be the Hulk. Marine. StarCraft. Yeah. Chief. What game has a character by the name of Chief? I don't know. Look at the next one. Zone of Killing. Zone of Killing. A lot of games have zones of killing. Zones of Killing. Oh My Gears. Oh My Gears. Oh My Gears. Field of Battle. Field Battle. I don't know. This is like a battle on a field. It's like Fields of... Maybe it's Fields of Dreams. Did they make a Field of Dreams game? Field of Battles? Battle of Fields? Zombie Killer. Oh, I know what that is. That's Smash TV. That's Smash TV right there. Zombie Killer. These names are hilarious. They are so funny. And obviously, they mean Call of Duty, Halo, Killzone, Gears of War, Battlefield, and Left 4 Dead. Oh, man. So what they're going to do is they're going to put control schemes that mimic all of these games into Brink. Pretty cool, huh? If you played any of those games, you'll find a control scheme that you know. I mean, I think pretty much anyone who has played a shooter has played one of these 6 games. If you haven't played any of these 6 games and you're gonna buy Brink, you are special. And I mean special, not like special, but special. Oh boy, I gotta give them kudos, guys. This is very creative. I mean, I don't know if the guys who made the game, I don't know if the Call of Duty guys or the Halo guys or all those fellas, I don't know if they're actually gonna get upset about this, but you know, it's just creative. Duty Calls, Green Marine Chief. It's like subtle, but it's like extremely obvious at the same time. I mean, they couldn't put Call of Duty in there. They couldn't put Halo. They couldn't put Gears of War. They couldn't put Killzone. I mean, copyright and all that other stuff. Very, very hilarious. So check it out, guys. This is Brink control schemes, which are gonna mimic all these other games. Check it out. Multiplayer blog, mtv.com has the details. They got the story and the links and all that stuff over there. Now we're gonna move on to our next story, which is kind of not related and not related at all. No relation at all. I couldn't find a transition for this. I'm just gonna say it. Zynga says your mom is a hardcore gamer. Zynga's talking about your mama. I wouldn't take that if I were. I would not take that if I were you. I would not let some dude named Zynga talk about my mama. I will beat your face into next Tuesday if you talk about... Oh, they're talking about hardcore gamers. Oh, hardcore gamers. I get it. It's the whole gamer thing, Bwana. What do you get upset about? Anyway, Zynga has lost their minds. They have lost their minds. They have crossed the streams You know you're not supposed to cross the streams. You're not supposed to cross the streams. They crossed the streams and said, well, times are changing. Did you know that 55% of all social gamers in the U.S. are women and 53% of Zynga gamers are women? They even got some stats in here. Let's see if I can find it. They got stats about soap operas. Yeah, more women are playing Farmville than watching soap operas. So they're trying to say that the majority gamer out there, the majority is now the social casual gamer. I can't really argue with that. I don't see anything invalid about that statement. But to kind of cross the streams and say that the majority is the hardcore gamer, that's where I think I disagree. Now, you guys know, everybody and their grandmother has seen or know or played Farmville. I mean, it's very, very popular. So this article says that hardcore isn't exactly the most precise term in the world, but it makes sense that as social gaming redefines what it means to be a gamer, the definition of core gamer would shift as well. So what they're saying is that more people are gaming. Casual gaming is getting much more popular. So by that definition, they're trying to say that hardcore is also shifting as well. And that's where I disagree. I think hardcore gamer is the hardcore gamer. I think the hardcore gamer is the person who buys just about every game that they like. There's no debate. If they see a game they like, they buy it. If they and they know about the game a year in advance, and they follow that game, and they put hours into that game, and then they go and play another game of two different totally genres. They might have 2 or 3 different consoles. They might have a whole collection of games of consoles. They might have a PC game. They might have a PC game machine. They're really passionate about it. I mean, that's all they do in terms of recreation. Those are the hardcore gamers. I don't even consider myself a hardcore gamer. I don't. I know I'm a gamer that likes the game, but that's not all I do. There's some people out there that's all they do. They live, breathe gaming. Those people to me are the hardcore gamers. And to me, they're the minority. I really think hardcore gamers are the minority. They've always been the minority. They've never been the majority, ever. So that's where I can't agree with this article to kind of intertwine the majority and hardcore. I mean, it's I don't know. The hardcore gamer, some hardcore gamers would hate a game just because it's popular. I'm serious. They just like, oh, you like Halo because your friends like Halo? Pfft. I play Battlefield. Your Halo stinks. I play Battlefield. We play 64 players on the same map. We got vehicles. We got tanks. We got planes. We got helicopters. You can keep your stupid Guardian shields or whatever. We play realistic battle simulators. I'm a Battlefield player. That's kind of crossing the borderlines of fanboy, but you guys, you get the gist of what I'm saying. It's like the hardcore gamers are not the majority. So check it out, guys. This is over on escapistmagazine.com. They got the details about Zynga calling yo mama, not mine. They ain't talking about my mama. They talking about yo mama. They calling yo mama a hardcore gamer. Check it out. Now, speaking of crazy and stupid, speaking of crazy and stupid, John Carmack, creator of Doom, ID Games, all that stuff, has sort of, I don't know. This is some really twisted language here. Some really crazy stuff he's saying. Now the headline reads, he states that he thinks that Direct 3D is now better than OpenGL. And here's his quote. He said, I actually think that Direct 3D is a rather better API. So to me, that's two different statements already. Oh man. So he's more focused on the API rather than the entire thing as a whole. So he says, I think that Direct 3D is a rather better API. Now here's where the stupid comes in. Microsoft had the courage to continue making significant, I can't even read it. Microsoft had the courage to continue making significant incompatible changes to improve the API, while OpenGL is held back by compatibility concerns. He's praising Microsoft for making Direct 3D incompatible in order to improve the API. So they forget about compatibility in order to improve the API, and he's praising that. I'm telling you, man, I was looking for the backwards S on his chest. I thought this was Bizarro Land. I'm like, man, what are you talking about? Why would you throw compatibility completely out the window? Number one, why would you even do that? Number two, why would you have to do that? Number three, if you have to do that, there's something wrong with the technology. If you got to completely toss compatibility to the wind in order to improve it, you might want to think about redesigning it. Sounds like a bad design. That's just my opinion. I'm just a lowly, non-hardcore gamer who don't let Zynga talk about his mama. But Mr. Carmack, I'm going to have to disagree with you there, sir. I do believe that is not a praise. So he continues on. He says that Direct 3D handles multi-threading better, and newer versions manage state better. And he says that they're sticking, I can go and paraphrase that, they're sticking with OpenGL because of something called, what's it called? Inertia. I think it's inertia. Yeah, inertia. They want the inertia part of OpenGL. So Carmack and company are sticking with OpenGL. He says they're not going to port out their code. They're not going to clean the code base just for this. But he believes that Direct 3D has the better API because, as he stated here, OpenGL cared about compatibility. Microsoft didn't, therefore Microsoft has the better API. I can't see that. I don't understand. I don't understand the logic behind it. I'm not a game coder. I don't know technically all the technical details he does, so I'll give him that. I don't know all the advantages that OpenGL has over Microsoft 3D, Direct 3D. I don't know all the advantages that Direct 3D has over OpenGL. But I do know that backwards compatibility is something you might want to consider in your initial design. I've never seen any technology say, we were better because we threw away compatibility. We threw away everything. It's like iteration after iteration. It's like Direct 8, Direct 9. You guys know, you can't go back 2 versions. It's like right now, DirectX 9 games and DirectX 11 games, they're like, it's just, they're not jiving. They're just, they have trouble. Battlefield, that's a perfect example. Battlefield Bad Company 2. This is a game that does support DirectX 9, DirectX 10, and even with those, even on my computer, when I go from DirectX 9 to DirectX 10, it's like 2 different games. Not necessarily performance-wise, but it's just like everything breaks. It's like a whole subset of things break on DirectX 9, and a new subset of things break on DirectX 10. And you're trying to say that that's better? Yes. I'm going to have to disagree. But Carmack's a smart man. He knows more than I do. I'm going to humble myself and say maybe he's right. I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. I can't get it through my thick skull. How throwing away compatibility can be better. Check it out, guys. This is over on bittech.net. They got the details about John Carmack saying DirectTV is now better than OpenGL. You go, Carmack. You go. Okay, let's talk about Sony. Now Sony's been in the news about hacking, and most recently Sony was in the news because LG dropped a hammer. LG somehow got the court to rule in their favor in some injunction to basically pull all the PS3s off the shelves in Europe and basically stop just the flow of PS3s. And it was going on for quite a while. It was something that everybody was watching very closely because I know Sony was losing money on this. And it was like every day that went by, every day that ticked by, it was like, wow. How much did they lose today? Because they had pictures. They were taking all the PS3s off the shelf. And they were doing this because of a Blu-ray patent dispute. LG is claiming that Sony is in violation of the Blu-ray patent. And the Blu-ray patent is a very, 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 very complicated thing. So I'm not even going to get into the complications behind that. But this article that I want to talk about now, Sony has managed to overturn that injunction, overturn that decision, and the PlayStation 3s were able to be returned to the shelves, and the flow was continued with imports and exports. But here's the kicker. LG was directed immediately to return all the PlayStation 3 consoles, 300,000 in total, and will face fines of 200,000 euros per day until it completes. So this is that to me raises an eyebrow and says, okay, yeah, there is a monetary value on every day that these things are off the shelves. So 200,000 euros per day. If they don't do it, they have to pay every day. They have to pay 200,000 euros. And they also have to pay Sony's legal costs, which is 130,000 euros. That's a lot of money, man. Even for a company as big as LG, that's a lot of money. So that can easily add up to like 2 million. If they take a week to do it, I mean, it's like, I don't know how long it took. I think it took like 2 or 3 days for them to get them all off the shelves and everything. But wow, that's a lot of money. So Sony is triumphant in this particular injunction. They've gotten the PlayStation 3s back out there. So I think the executives are breathing a heavy sigh of relief because this is big, guys. This is a huge deal. So check it out. This is over on escapistmagazine.com. They got the details over here. So now we're going to talk about PlayStation a little bit more in the tune of PlayStation Plus. And you guys who got PlayStation Plus, paying $50 a year for discounts on games, for early access to betas, for free access to the core digital magazine, and other little quirks and bells and whistles and avatars and downloadables. You get a lot of little free stuff every a couple times a month. I'm not going to say every week. It's like a couple times a month you get some free stuff. So I was very happy and pleased to see this feature that now PlayStation Plus subscribers get cloud save functionality. Cloud save allows you to, save your save games to the cloud, meaning that you can save them online, kind of like the Steam Cloud on the PC gaming platform. You can save your configurations, and I think game saves are saved up on the Steam Cloud now as well. And you can restore a game save or a file from the Steam Cloud once per day. Now, that's a very cool feature. I'm glad that they're bringing it to the PlayStation Plus. But now, one thing that I want to note, one thing I want to bring up is that now we're seeing kind of a separation, okay? And what do I mean by that? We're kind of seeing a separation between the Plus membership and the regular membership. Before, it was all discounts, it was all betas, it was all little gimmies, free stuff. But now, we're starting to see a little separation in functionality. We're starting to see a little bit of separation in, now I kind of wish I had Plus. Whereas before it was more of an incentive to get discounts, now you're getting more functionality. And that's where it's kind of getting into the Xbox Live type deal. And it kind of makes me a little uneasy because I kind of like PlayStation Network the way it is. I don't like change. Who moved my cheese? Why did that picture frame move? Where's my water cup? I put my keys right here. Why did you? I'm joking. But you kind of can see a little shift. You can see a little shift between, you know, the old days of everybody had the same thing on PlayStation Network. It was like, blah, you got a PlayStation, and you got blah, everything. Everybody has everything, access to everything. The only thing you buy is themes and avatars and PlayStation Home shirts and pants and little knickknacks like that. But now we're getting cloud save functionality. We might even see something called cross game chat. Let me repeat that. Cross game chat. We might even see cross game chat come to PlayStation Plus. Well, that would make a lot of people upset. See, that's why I'm a little bit uneasy, because this is some functionality that people who didn't buy Plus kind of want. This is the functionality that they believe they should get just for buying a PlayStation 3 along with PlayStation Network. So that separation is making me a little bit uneasy. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do with this. So check it out, guys. PlayStation Plus subscribers get free cloud save functionality on the PS3. So check it out. They got the details over on the MTV multiplayer blog. Well, it's all over the web as well. If you just search for it, they got the details over there. And our final PlayStation-related story is that we're going to talk about Free Realms. Free Realms is coming to the PlayStation 3 on March 29th. This is a popular free MMO that is now on the PC. It is popular. Don't think it's not popular. It is. Free Realms is pretty popular on the PC platform, and it is coming to the PlayStation 3 free MMO on March 29th. And those guys over at SOE said they've been pretty busy. They had to actually port the renderer over from PC to the PlayStation 3. So I guess they're kind of taking a note from DC Universe Online, which does work on the PC and the PlayStation 3 platform. I don't know if any of you out there actually play Free Realms. I've actually never tried it. This is one of the few MMOs I've never even installed or never even seen. And I just never played it ever. Had no desire really to play it. I mean, there's a lot of free MMOs out there that just free MMOs have a bad name. They just do. I mean, they seem like the only thing I can do is I play them. I'm like, this lacks something. It just lacks. I'm like, ew. It's like dry. It's like getting, I don't know. It's like bad diet water. That's it. Yeah, MMOs are like diet water. Diet water. This right here, but diet water. See, this is fattening water. I like this. Diet water. That's MMOs. It's like, but good, good. It's like you can't even put it into words. All you can do is make that noise. Good. Free MMOs, man. You go to the doctor like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, doc, I'm okay, but sometimes I'm just like, He's like, oh, so you're playing free MMOs. And you're like, yeah, it's just like, Like, I got the thing for you. Go out and buy a Rift. Yeah. Go out and buy a Rift. You'll be paying $15 a month. It'll get rid of it. You sure? Yeah. You'll. I crack myself up. No, I don't. Check it out, guys. This is over on joystick.com. Free Realms coming to the PlayStation 3 on March 29th. You can check it out. So now we're going to move on. Yeah, we're going to talk about Guild Wars. Nah, we're going to talk about Guild Wars 2. And I know a lot of you are like, a lot of you are really, really excited about Guild Wars 2. I think one of this. You guys remember? Have you ever heard of the Penny Arcade cartoon on the web? Penny Arcade. They have a big gaming expo just recently ended called PAX. You may have heard of PAX East. And there was a stream on JTV. I think it was Kona's Corner. Yeah, Kona's Corner. I was a mod in their chat room. They had an Alienware partnered stream at PAX. And the very first stream was about Guild Wars 2. And the anticipation, just the nerd rage, the flopping, the sweat, the exclamation points behind it was tremendous. There's a great deal of excitement behind this game. Number one, all right, it's going to be a free... Let me back up. Number one, it's going to be a buy-to-play game, MMO game, that will not have a monthly subscription. So already people are fans of it. They're like, oh, this is the way it should have been since the beginning of video gaming history. Why in the world do you have to pay $15 a month? Blah, 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 blah. All they do is blah, 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 blah. They're pocketing the money. You know, people hate that subscription fee. And what I'm seeing is that that's one of the driving forces behind it. Now, Guild Wars 1, I'm going to talk about this crafting in a bit, but Guild Wars 1 was kind of more of a co-op RPG than it was an MMO. You know, it wasn't really a persistent world. Guild Wars 2 is going to be completely persistent. And it's going to have a lot of cool features, a lot of innovative things that MMOs out there today aren't doing. So on top of the no subscription fee, on top of just the buy to play, you buy it once and you play it forever, you're going to get new innovative features. And I'm already a fan of it. I can't wait for it. But, you know, I've actually tweeted this. I said, okay, guys, the hype doesn't match where the game is. The game is going to be pretty good, but the hype is just way too high. You got to calm down just a little bit. So over on Rock, Paper, Shotgun, they got some exclusive information about the Guild Wars 2 crafting stuff. And basically they went into details about the crafting professions. Armor smith is going to be one, leather worker, artificer, weaponsmith, huntsman, tailor, jewel crafter. So some of the traditional ones, a cook. So you're going to have traditional MMO classes of crafting. And one thing they're going to differentiate themselves, I was looking for differentiators when I read this. They're going to differentiate themselves from other MMOs is that you're not going to have to craft useless things to level up. What they're saying is that they want you to be able to craft things that you can use and level up at the same time, which, you know, kind of makes sense, you know, when you think about it. Because a lot of these MMOs you play, you know, you got to craft, you know, 9,000 leather hides and, you know, bake or boil 50,000 eggs and, you know, and smith, you know, 50 million tin bars, things that you're not necessarily going to use. But, you know, Guild Wars 2 crafting promises that you may actually have to use this stuff. So I'm going to say this, guys, if you've been teetering on playing MMOs, you've been thinking about getting into them, you've been thinking about playing them, but, you know, you just can't justify that monthly fee. You don't think you're going to be able to pay that monthly fee. You don't think that you'll be motivated enough. Get Guild Wars 2. I don't even know much about the game other than what I've read online, and I already know that I think it'll be worth the purchase just based on what they've shown so far. Get Guild Wars 2. You will not be sorry. It'll be a purchase. You can buy it, and if you don't want to play it anymore after 3 months, you won't be shelling out $15 a month. So it'll be a good game for you to play Guild Wars 2. So check it out, guys. Rock, Paper, Shotgun has crafting stuff revealed over on the website. You can get screenshots. You can get more information. They got interviews with the developers. Check it out, guys. They got the details over there. Now, while we're on the topic of PC gaming, I'm going to talk about our next story. And we're going to talk about Stalker, the Stalker series. Call of Pripyat. And I've got this game, Call of Pripyat, and I got Stalker, Shadows of Chernobyl. Very, very good games. They remind me a lot of Fallout, the whole Fallout series. They remind me of that type of thing. Open world, you know, lots of storylines, lots of questing, you know, guns and stuff. It has that Fallout feel, but it has, you know, it's a Russian backdrop, and it's got its own little style. And anybody who has played the Stalker series will probably tell you, hey, man, you need to play this game. It's pretty good. I know it was on sale on the Steam sales for like $2. You know, it was like really, really cheap. So what I'm going to talk about in this story is that there is a mod out there called the Complete Mod. And what they do is that they completely overhaul the visuals, the audio, the AI, the UI. They had this for Stalkers of Chernobyl as well. And Call of Pripyat Complete is now ready. So you can download this mod for the game, which will totally overhaul the look. Like I said, the AI, the UI, the sounds. I think they're going to add a feature of the sleeping bag so you can sleep anywhere. And they got a trailer actually as well. So if it's anything like the other Complete mod, I think it was Complete 2009 for Shadows of Chernobyl, it's going to be worth the download. You're going to want to try this out. So check it out, guys. Call of Pripyat Complete is complete. This is over on Rock Paper Shotgun. They got the details over there. All right, guys. So I've been talking a lot about PlayStation 3. I'll admit. I look back over my old stories, and it's like heavy PlayStation news. I don't talk a lot about the 360. And every time I come back to that it's just no news. It's just nothing to talk about. I'm like, there's no news. So this time I actually made an effort to look for some news, and there was actually a couple things. And this is actually a big story. A huge story. The biggest story of gadget history, because the 360 Kinect is now the fastest selling gadget ever. It has dethroned the iPad as the fastest selling gadget ever. It launched on November 4th, and they sold 8 million in the following 60 days. 133,000 per day. That's insane. Wow. So it dethroned the iPad. That was actually pretty amazing, and the ad needs to go away. So it costs $150. Now I'm gonna admit, I'm gonna eat some crow right now. I'm gonna eat a lot of crow. The crow is absolutely nasty, but I'm gonna eat it because crow is very disgusting. I said when I saw this at E3, I said, what in the world is Microsoft thinking? I said, this has got to be one of the craziest things that they're doing. They invested all of E3 2010, pretty much the entire E3 event, to Kinect. We were complaining, we're like, there's nothing about exclusives. There's nothing about the hardcore games. Microsoft, what are you doing? What are you doing, Microsoft? It's just nothing about nothing. It's all Kinect, these stupid casual games. And we were crying. And everybody was like, man, this is dumb. And we're at least PlayStation Move is going to allow the core gamers, the hardcore gamers, to buy it and incorporate it if they want to. But Microsoft is leaving us no choice. We weren't talking like that, but you get the idea. We were bashing this device, man. And I still bash it. I do. I see these numbers and I'm like, well, it's because people can hack it. That's the only reason it's selling, because people can hack it on the PC. I don't know. If it wasn't hacking on the PC, people would not be buying the market. He's like, I hate the Kinect. Oh man. But I don't see the appeal behind this device, guys. It's just something that I can't see myself doing. I don't know anybody in my family or anybody in my extended family that would even want to Kinect. I have no desire at all. But I got to give Microsoft credit. They knew what they were doing. They tapped into a market that nobody saw coming. They've got the fastest selling gadget ever. So obviously they are doing something right. They're doing something right now. Now what Facebook needs to launch is, or some sort of social network, is some add-on to Kinect that will take stupid videos of people playing Kinect and post them automatically and make them look like complete idiots. Some of you developers out there need to make that. Because people look stupid. Yeah. Like really stupid. They look really stupid. Even in the commercials, if you guys have seen the Kinect commercials on television, they show the people actually looking at the Kinect and they're like, eh, whoa, whoa. It's like, are you okay, sir? Are you having a spasm? Do I need to call 911, sir? They look really funny. So if you can develop an application that can take videos and post them online, automatically make people look like fools, I will subscribe to that service. I will promote it on this podcast. because it would be hilarious, and many people will be red faced, and in my case, I will be darker faced. Yeah. They'll be embarrassed. Check it out, guys. Kinect is the fastest selling gadget. Microsoft Kinect is the fastest selling gadget ever. Sunday. Kinect is the fastest selling gadget ever. Gonna run over your friends. Gonna jump around, look like a fool on Microsoft Kinect. Kinect. Check it out, guys. GottaBeMobile.com has a story over there. You can check it out. Like I said, I hate the Kinect, but I gotta give them props. Now, on that same token, we're going to end our stories tonight on something cool. And this is one of the things I was talking about with the Kinect being very innovative in that people can hack it on the PC. And this is what this guy has done. If you go over to Escapist Magazine, he has integrated Microsoft Kinect into a very, very popular PC sandbox game called Garry's Mod. You may have heard of this. It uses the Half-Life engine. And it is definitely one of those things that you have to watch. I can't play the video for you guys, but you can go to the link and you can play the videos. What the guy has done is that he has integrated Kinect into Garry's Mod, and you can use the skeletal physics of the Half-Life engine with your body. So he can move objects, he can kick boxes. He was like kicking corpses. He was moving things around. He was dancing. And as we know, Kinect has very, very good motion capture. It is a very promising looking hack, if you will, and people have done everything with Garry's Mod. I mean, with Kinect. I mean, we even saw on a previous game chat, I was talking about a Minecraft mod where you can just pose in front of Kinect and all of a sudden it would build it in Minecraft. Very, very, very cool. So I gotta commend this guy. I gotta commend just everything associated with just PC hacking of the Kinect. And Microsoft has already made plans. I think they even released some stuff for the PC that you're going to be able to interface with the Kinect on the PC. Same with the PlayStation Move. So the PC is not going to be left in the dust in that case. But this is very, very, very cool stuff. Check it out, guys. This is over on escapistmagazine.com. They got the details over there. And we're going to end our story tonight. That concludes episode 12 of Game Chat with Bwana. We're here at live.bwana.tv or just .tv/Bwana. We're here every Monday night. We try to get started around 8 p.m. But like tonight, sometimes I'm a little bit late with getting started. I'm just a little busy at work, so I had a late day today, and I have a longer day tomorrow. And it's just we're gonna try to get started on time every Monday on Game Chat with Bwana. So we're going to move on to the second part of our show, which is where you guys submit links, and I have a forum post up here. You guys were supposed to submit some links, and let's see. I got one submission so far. You can type !topic in the chat to get the link, and you can sign up for our forums there. So this is where you guys submit links, and this is like towards the end of the show where we're winding down, and we look at what you guys are posting, and we ask that you post stories that are not longer than 7 days old. All right, so we're going to go ahead and browse through this. Let's see here. So it looks like Robbie has the only one. And Tribes, you got my attention. Tribes Ascend will be the first game for Hi-Res Studios' Tribes Revival. Oh man, give me a minute. Oh, get a little lightheaded. Oh, Tribes. Oh, man. Memories. Whew. Oh, man. Okay. Tribes. Let's read what it's about. Developer Hi-Res Studios previously announced revival of the Tribes sci-fi shooter. This is one of the best games I've ever played, guys. As one of the best games I've ever played, Tribes is up there. Tribes 2 specifically. Sci-fi shooter franchise will be getting a new installment Previously, the developer announced plans to create a persistent online game known as Tribes Universe. Alright. While that game is still being planned, I was hoping it was coming out soon. Hi-Res Studios now announced that before the game comes out, it will release a digital download title called Tribes Ascend. That sounds like it will be more like the multiplayer shooters that started this series, like Tribes 1 and 2. Oh my gosh! They're gonna make a Tribe shooter. Hi-Res Studios said that we have tremendous fun playtesting and realize the potential of multiplayer-focused titles ahead of Tribes Universe. It's a great IP, guys. If you haven't played Tribes, go download it. I think it's free. Tribes 2 is now free today. The community has been waiting for a multiplayer shooter modern success in the Tribes 2. Yes, we have. It's due out in late 2011 for PC and also the 360. PS3 is getting left in the dust. Not sure why. Teaser trailer for the game can be seen after the jump, and I can't watch it on the stream, but that's cool. Very, very good link. I was definitely looking for some updated Tribe news, and I completely missed this. I did hear about Tribes Universe. And I was getting a little excited about that. It's the whole first-person shooter MMO genre is kind of young. You know, PlanetSide paved the way a while ago, but nobody's really taken the helm. So it's a little bit dangerous ground to walk on. Let's see. And the next story is Black Ops in one of 8 U.S. households. That's right. Trollface, not JFA. Oh, that Robbie. Call of Duty Black Ops in one of 8 U.S. households. How many people we got in the chat? How many people we got in the chat today? Or how many people we got watching? Okay, we got about 100. All right. So 1 in 8 of you, one in 8 of you has Black Ops. One in 8 of you has Black Ops. Those of you in the U.S. I guess I should reword that. I'm sorry. I got a lot of international viewers. I'm sorry, guys. I kind of alienated you guys there. It's 1 in the U.S. You don't have to tell me you don't have it. Oh, for the love of pink. Pink what? Pink what? I don't know anything pink. For the love of pink cotton candy, don't tell me you don't have it, because we're just talking about U.S. households. Oh, pink broom. Say hello to my pink broom. Pink broom says hi. 1 in 8 of you guys in the U.S. has Black Ops. This is amazing. And it went on to become the best-selling video game of all time. 13.7 million copies of the game sold in the U.S. I got a little picture with a little Call of Duty box in front of 8 homes. I got it. I have the game, so I'm guilty. Don't really play it anymore. Sometimes I get the urge to play it, and then I sneeze, and then I don't. I think I'm allergic to Call of Duty Black Ops. Should I go to the doctor about that? It might be the same syndrome as that free MMO thing. But like, Doc, every time I play Black Ops, or every time I want to play Black Ops, I sneeze. Like, oh, you need to play a little bit more Battlefield now, don't you? Well, Doc, I don't want to play. Yeah, I'm prescribing Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam. 7 hours a week. Do it! Good link, Robbie. Good link. Great links. Okay. So I think that's it. Oh. People are adding links now. All right. Okay. Great link here by Nick1818. I think, I did read this, but I didn't add it to the stories. But it's a great story. Microsoft point scam. You guys remember reading about this? Apparently some hackers wrote a website or some sort of a forum which allowed you to generate just random Microsoft point keys, and they actually worked. I think it was like you just keep it in refresh, or you keep refreshing the numbers, and you get working cards. And initially, I think the number was like huge that they came out with. People say it was like 1 million, and then Microsoft came out later to state that it was like less. They said it was like 100 and I don't know, 200,000, 100,000, less than $100,000. But still, you got to wonder. You got to wonder, what in the world? How in the world? In this day and age, I mean, back in the 90s, okay, I can understand, because a lot of people had keygens. A lot of people had all these different generators that would get you valid keys to games and valid keys to Windows. But in this day and age, you would think that they would have a handle on that. I think I was in some chat room and somebody said that that you would think they would have like just a set database of numbers. You know, that I guess that's a security concern as well. But to be able to just generate, to figure out the algorithm and generate money, because these point cards are associated with money. It's almost like counterfeit money. It's almost like counterfeiting money. If you think about it, Microsoft points translate to real money. You can generate points. You can generate these card numbers. It's almost like counterfeiting money. It really is. So they close it up. Apparently Microsoft did fix it, and you can no longer do it. But you gotta wonder if they're going to be able to do it again. So this is the Microsoft point scam. So yeah. I wish I had the article where they actually stated what they actually lost. I think it was less. Microsoft said they lost less than that. Okay, and this is a story on OneUp about the Japan earthquakes. And this was kind of like something I kind of realized what happened. That pretty much anything having to do with Japan, in terms of game servers and game development, is probably going to get pushed back. They got a little bit more to think about right now than making a video game. Priorities have kind of shifted. I know you want, your Final Fantasy 14 servers to be back up, and you don't want your Japanese titles or your Nintendo DS, I don't know, whatever, to slip. But there's a little problem over there in Japan that they got to take care of first. Just a little bit, just a tiny little issue called an earthquake and nuclear factories exploding. They got to take care of that first. So you might want to give them a little slack. Titles like Yakuza of the End, Disaster Report 4, let's see, Motorstorm Apocalypse, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 downloadable content, shipments of certain Xbox 360 products to Japan, including Dragon Age 2, and so shipping, and let's see, Metal Gear Online is offline as of March 12th. I said Final Fantasy 11, Final Fantasy 14. So pretty much anything to do with Japan, guys, and gaming, you just gotta say, nah, it's just not gonna be working. They got a lot of stuff to worry about over there in Japan. All right. So great story. Thanks for that, Nick 1818. Okay. Next story is by Chibi. I gotta learn how to pronounce your name one day, Chibi. Crazy guy uses Minecraft to somehow mind control everyone who watches. What? Crazy guy uses Minecraft to somehow mind control everybody to watch his live stream. I got a feeling I'm gonna get rickrolled here. Let's see what it is. Who is this guy? That's a neat avatar he has at the top. Oh no, he's hijacking my stream! How is he doing this? What the? Oh no! I seem to be traveling within the thingies. Ah! What's happening? What's happening? Ah! Ah! Watch this. Let's watch The Matrix. Ah! We need to go deeper. There it goes. Whoa, 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 whoa! It's the Matrix! How is he doing that? He's going deeper and deeper. Oh no, it's a black hole of death. Anyway, good link, man. Thanks for that. But I'm not using mind control to make you play Minecraft. What kind of tomfoolery is this? Next story. EVE Online offers ISK donations to Japan for disaster relief. What is this about? ISK. First I need to learn what ISK is. So I don't play EVE Online. Heard of it. Virtual cards. Let's see. Accepting Plex donations for Plex for Good Japan, an initiative that turns game time into real world cash, which is then donated. Oh, I see. So basically you're playing to donate. So your game time is transferred into a donation. That's a good idea. So the more you play, the more you donate. It's a good idea. According to the FAQ, the developer will be absorbing all VAT charges, cool, so that the full amount of donations goes to the charity. Which charity is it? The Disaster Relief for Japan. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's a new fund or a new charity. I've been hearing about donating to the Red Cross. Oh. Okay, they're going to donate to the Red Cross, according to this. It says the short of all this is that essentially EVE players will now have the option to convert. I guess I skipped down to the Plex part. Convert their in-game currency to real-world money that the CCP will donate to the Red Cross. Okay. Okay, cool. Check it out. Great link. Microsoft sort of on Xbox 360. This is a video. Unfortunately, I can't play videos, John Jr. I'll be breaking JTV's policy on that, so I can't play that. Sorry. Dead Island. So this is a GDC preview of Dead Island. You guys have been begging me to talk about this game, and I just haven't. Ew, that's ugly. So I'm hard pressed to think of a game that has gotten so much hype as Dead Island before anyone actually saw it. It's due to the trailer. I heard about the trailer. I saw some of it. Well, the game isn't the trailer, but it's still rather awesome for what I've seen thus far. When I see a game for the first time in my mind, I immediately start comparing it to blah, blah, blah. Is this some developer's account? Okay, of GDC's preview. It says, yeah, it does look like Far Cry. Tropical environments. The world is open. So it's basically a combination of, he said, Dead Island minus Borderlands plus Far Cry plus zombies equals win. I guess people like formulas these days. So basically you're on an island of zombies. And you guys know how I feel about zombies. I'm kind of tired of them. That's probably why I don't talk about Dead Island that much. I'm kind of tired of zombies. When it comes to video games. I'm just, I don't know. Zombied out. Pretty zombied out there. But I heard about the trailer. I heard the trailer was really good. So it's pretty good. Post the link. Thank you. Okay, guys. Also make sure the ads aren't kind of crass on these links. I noticed a couple of nasty things on the side. Don't give me those links. I'm about to turn on ad blocker or something on the stream, and I don't usually do that. Okay, I think that's all the stories we have. I'm going to refresh a couple more times. Alright. Alright, guys, that concludes episode 12. It does. It concludes episode 12. Game chat with Bwana. I want to thank everybody for coming by, and now we're going to start talking about a title. Yeah, I forgot about that. Let's get the chat back up here. So we're going to get the chat back up here, and we're going to bring up a title. I want to thank everybody for coming by. We're here every Monday night at 8:30 or 8 o'clock. So you guys want to come by, please follow the stream at Just.TV. You can be notified when I stream live. Haven't been streaming a lot lately. Real life, you know how it is. So we're going to now look at titles. And what we ask you to do is look at the story list that I have posted, and then you know, try to come up with a witty title. You can look at the previous titles that we've done. They kind of had some stuff, had, you know, a lot to do with the stories that we talked about. This is a triumph. PS3 returns to Europe. PlayStation Plus transforms and connects. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, JR Blaze bringing out the big guns. I really like that one. All right. Zynga controls your mom's mind. Bazinga! Hardcore mothers on the brink of incompatibility. That's actually pretty good. I'm trying to wait. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, connects better than the iPad. Oh man, that's kind of hard to say. That's a good one though. PS3 subscribers on Cloud 9. See, Fishtwood has like this list. 1 in 8 U.S. households has a hardcore gamer mom. That's actually kind of funny. Japan moves forward in the Eve. I like that. You guys are coming with it tonight. Wow, I don't have a clear-cut winner anymore. TF2 connects with Gary's mod. Okay. Although that's kind of inaccurate. We didn't talk. It wasn't really TF2. I guess you can say, yeah, we'd have to change that one. Kinect got this because it's fast. Fast like my man D Rhodes. And his new hot top Adidas. And then it's sing-song time. I love that commercial. I do. Microsoft loses points over scam. Gary's mod now with 100% more Kinect. Microsoft, okay, your mom plays hardcore games. That sounds like a diss. I'm not going to go with that one. Microsoft loses points and Eve is donating theirs. Ooh. Ooh. No, we're not going to say Bwana travels. Try to keep them kind of short. We don't want to overwhelm the people who watch the podcast with a paragraph. Bwana travels to the Matrix to find Neo. Mind control Microsoft scammers. Yeah. I like it though. The Bwana Inception. So many good titles. My goodness. Wow. Trying to find the best one. There's so many good ones. You guys know I've never seen the movie Inception. I have never seen the movie Inception. I haven't seen it. Just haven't seen it. I'm waiting for Netflix to get it on streaming. They got the DVD, but I don't have the DVD plan. I just have the streaming plan. I'm waiting for them to get it on the streaming so I can watch it there. Okay. So, I think my top ones are... We're going to go through my top ones. Jared Blaze, definitely. PlayStation Plus transforms and connects. I like Turocian, yours is good, but it sounds almost like naughty. When you say hardcore mothers on the brink of incompatibility, we get what you're talking about, but if somebody else were to come to my stream, they'd be like, hardcore mothers, what are you talking about, Bwana? You know, it's kind of on the brink. I made a Brink joke. Give me love, chat room. Give me love. Let's see. Jader plays it. I don't know. I know Fish Toy had a couple. He had, yeah, Kinect's better than it. No, that wasn't the one. What was it? There's another one that was better than that. Yeah, PS3 subscribers on Cloud9. That's the one I like. PS3 subscribers on Cloud9. PlayStation Plus transforms and connects. And I need a third one. And there was a lot, man. I'm trying to find. I think Ivan Sis had one. Gary's Mod now with 100% more connect. I think that was. I thought I heard a better one than that. Diet water is bad. I didn't see that before. Oh, there it is. QC. Microsoft loses points and Eve is donating theirs. That's the third one I like. Okay. So we got the PlayStation Plus one. PlayStation Plus transforms and connects. PS3 subscribers on Cloud9. And Microsoft loses points while Eve is donating theirs. I'm going to put a while in there. So which one of the ones of those three you guys like the best? Tell me which ones do you like, the PlayStation Plus one, you like the Cloud9 one, or do you like the Eve one? Okay, I guess it's gonna be Cloud9. So, I made it simple. I said PlayStation Plus, I said Eve, and then I said Cloud9. So yeah, we're gonna do the Fish Twit is the winner this week. He will win bragging rights again. He will win bragging rights for Title King this week with his title of PlayStation 3 or PS3 subscribers on Cloud9. I'm going to notepad that right now. Let's close that window. Because last time I did my show, I actually forgot what the title was. PS3 subscribers on Cloud9. Alright, we're going to keep that in notepad. Congratulations to Fish Twit. He wins bragging rights again. Alright. Alright, guys, that concludes episode 12 of Game Chat with Bwana, which is going to be called PS3 subscribers on Cloud9. PS3 subscribers on Cloud9. Because we got cloud storage. I guess, can we say PlayStation Plus subscribers? Can we change it, Fishwit? PlayStation Plus subscribers on Cloud9. Because that's more accurate. That okay? Fish Twit got the win because he's fast! And thanks for the submission, Fish Twit. I did get your PM on the forum. And guys, if you do have... I haven't listened to it yet. If you do have an intro, beat, or jingle, or something, video, anything, send it to intro@bwana.tv, or you can PM me. Join our forum at bwana.tv/forums. You can PM me there, and I check my PMs every day, so that's probably the fastest way to reach me. Send me a link to it, and I'll check it out. If it's good, I'll use it, and I'll give you credit for it. All right, guys, that concludes episode 12 of Game Chat with Bwana, and I will see you all next week, next Monday, same time, same station. And take care, everybody. Thanks for coming by. Bye-bye.